guys lost some veteran leaders. Are you a guy that can step in and try to fill a role like that for this squad now?
Yeah, I hope so. My first 2 years here, I had a lot of great examples of guys like that, whether it was Tanner Smith or Gavin Grant or Drew Cowley on the position player side. But something we preach in this program is that everyone's a leader and that you can be a leader in everything you do. Doesn't matter if you've been here for 5 years or for one. So I think, yeah, I can hope to be an example to the younger players on this team, but at the same time, teach them to be leaders of other people as well.
What were you looking to improve upon in the offseason? And you ended last year on an absolute heater, but how do you try to carry the momentum and continue to improve in the offseason?
Yeah, I just wanted to continue to build consistency. I think that I definitely had a good stretch of games at the end of the season, but just wanted to keep developing my swing to a point where it was consistent and I felt like I could produce that way all the time instead of just in spurts. And then behind the plate, just to continue to build my leadership skills as well as just keep polishing all the technical things, whether it's blocking or throwing. And so I think just a lot of my development I've been trying to do from a leadership role, just stepping in and being an older guy this year. And hopefully that can then lead into my play as well.
You had an up close perspective on kind of the roller coaster ride for some of the young arms last year. Just is their demeanor different this year based on kind of some of the struggles and successes they experienced last year?
Yeah, I think that a lot of those guys were able to learn from their mistakes and from their successes. I don't think we had a pitcher who didn't have a bad outing or one that didn't have a good outing. So I think that those guys, if they were able to take a step back and to just gain some perspective and see what they did well and what they could do better and how they can get there. Just in the first week or so, I've definitely seen some maturity from some of these young guys that maybe were lacking that a little bit last year. So it's exciting to see.
So, like having Gav back as a coach.
He's great. He was one of those guys he was a coach on the field even when he was playing. He had so much knowledge, and I think that he's going to do a great job with not only just the guys who have just the new guys, but also the guys who he's played with, his teammates, because we had so much respect for him as a player that it's pretty easy to respect him as he steps into this role as a coach. So I'm excited for what he's going to bring to this program now from the coach's box versus on the field.
It's obviously super early, but what have you seen from the transfer offensive guys, Neville, Casella, Hurd? Just kind of overall first impressions of meeting them and seeing them on the field for the first time in Oregon.
It's always fun to see the guys that come from different programs because they're all crazy talented. And I think that we got a lot of guys that want to win. That's the number one thing I've heard from guys coming from other programs is that they were attracted to the culture at Oregon and the way that we care about winning more than our own personal success, and along the way that does bring personal success as well. So we've got a lot of guys with a lot of talent that also are wanting to do the work to get to a point where we were last year and also build off that and hopefully go farther than the run we had last year.
Going through the off season and putting in work, how does your swing feel now?
It's in a good spot right now. First week back, obviously. It's one of those things that even when you get to the point where you're Mike Trout or Shohei Ohtani, you're still working on your swing every day. So I'm just trying to look for something I can get better at every single day, but I feel like I'm in a good spot, and hopefully we can continue to ride that into the season. But yeah, as soon as you start thinking that your swing's in a good spot, you're going to have a day where you stink. So it's always looking for ways to improve on it.